If I can have somebody else from the audience, please. I just need one person. Come on, fast. I need a very brave person. Yeah. Please introduce yourself.
Hello friends, my name is Karthik and I am from Swastik School of Science.
That's S-O-S.
No, Swastik School of Science.
Swastik School of Science, okay. And you are Karthik.
Yes, Karthik.
Karthik, what are your hobbies, please?
My hobby is singing.
Are singing. My hobbies are singing. Oh, are you a singer?
No, I am not singer.
No, Karthik would never agree he's a singer. He said just now his hobby is singing.
But I am not professional singer.
Ah, who asked you whether you are a professional singer? But you said your hobby is singing.
Yes.
Are you a bathroom singer?
No, no.
Karthik, I'm going to ask you a few questions.
Yes.
Now, I want the audience to pay attention to what Karthik does. I'm going to ask Karthik some objective questions, and the answers have to be either yes or no, and nothing more than that. Right, Karthik, for example, I'll ask you, is your name Karthik? And your answer would be yes. But when you say yes, your body language should convey the opposite. So you say yes, but do this at the same time. I'm trying to show you what we very often do, knowingly or unknowingly. We convey a different signal to the person who talks to us by doing this. Okay, are you ready?
Yes.
And so your expressions and your words must be absolutely the opposite of each other.
Yes.
Have you got me?
Yes.
हाँ पार्टी वक्ते आम अने ना पार्टी वक्ते आम बोलना थवी जोइए. Okay?
Yes.
Is it Monday today?
Yes.
You are very smart. You're not moving your head. You didn't say yes.
But sir, we say yes, but our body is naturally yes.
So it's very difficult to hide your real emotions. That's what I'm trying to ask you. Let me ask you a second question. And that's why it's so difficult. Let me ask you a second question. Are you Karthik?
Yes.
But your head doesn't move. You have to say yes. Are you finding it difficult to do this?
Yes, it is difficult for me.
If it is difficult for you. So, I think that would do. Karthik finds it difficult to have a situation where his body language doesn't match with what he says. Karthik, thank you very much. Give it a try. So, non-verbal communication includes facial expressions, body language. How do you let the other person know that you are ready for communication? If you happen to sit on a chair, sit upright and show eagerness on your face to tell the person that you are ready to interact with the person. Don't slide in your sofa or in your chair, because that will definitely send a negative impression to the speaker. Any speaker who talks to you would feel satisfied if he has a receptive audience. And the receptive audience would show signs of reception immediately. Remember, any speech that is prepared and delivered anytime is less effective than a speech which is spontaneous. No matter how short it may be, but the effect of such a speech which is spontaneous is always everlasting. So, friends, before I close today, let's very quickly go through what we studied. There are two methods of communicating with people, verbal and non-verbal. When you talk about verbal method, you need language. You need very simple, plain language with limited vocabulary. You can still get around talking to people. You need to be precise in your choice of words, and you need to be confident in what you say. And you need to be very clear. There's no need to feel shy. There's no need to feel afraid. Very often my students come to me and say, "Sir, English बोलता थोड़ा घणो फाइन पण डर लागे छे कि भूल पड़शे तो I tell them, ભૂલ કોની નથી પડતી, બધાની ભૂલ પડે, મારી પણ પડે. But you have to break that barrier and get over it. So, this is verbal. Non-verbal would be silent communication. It could be your body language, it could be your facial expressions, it could be the way you sit, it could be the way you listen, it could be anything. What do you do when you find, before I close, what do you do when you find yourself in a situation where you don't agree? Well, friends, learn to agree when you disagree. Learn to agree when you disagree. सहमत न थता असहमतिमा पण सहमति बतावता सीखो. There is a way of doing it. The best way to do it is to remain silent. To remain silent with due respect and due attention to the speaker. Very often, we may find ourselves in a situation where we find that we may not agree with what's being said to us. There are two options. One is to react immediately, which may not always be advantageous to you. The other is give yourself some time, relax, do a bit of deep breathing. Meditation may not be possible, but you can take deep breaths or try to move away from the situation. That would help you to cool down. Then you can come back and resume the conversation or whatever. But very often, keeping silent is the best way of avoiding a situation which may turn into an unpleasant situation. Remember, a smart man, Chatur Manas, he knows how to win an argument. Chatur Manas હોય ને હંમેશા દલીલમાં જીતી જાય, તમે એને તમે હરાવી જ ન શકો. A smart man knows how to win an argument, but a wise man knows how to avoid an argument. Agree? છાણો માણસ હોય ને એ ક્યારે દલીલની પરિસ્થિતિ જ ઊભી ન થવા દે. હોશિયાર માણસ હોય એ તો કોલર ઊંચા કરી મને કોઈ હરાવી દેશે, દલીલ માટે તૈયાર છે, કૂદી જ પડે. પણ એના કરતાં વધારે સારું તો એ છે કે આપણે એવી સ્થિતિ જ ઊભી ન થવા દઈએ. And to avoid getting into an argument with anybody, the best thing is to remain quiet or to detach yourself from the situation and move away. यही करना चाहिए हमें. You know, I think that's really a good way of doing it. For people like you who are very young, it's difficult getting away from the situation. સરની સાથે આર્ગ્યુમેન્ટમાં ઉતરી જાય, મેડમ સાથે આર્ગ્યુમેન્ટમાં ઉતરી જાય, અથવા તો એવો તો ગુસ્સો ચડે કે આનું શું કરી નાખો. But my advice to you is control your feelings, control your emotions, and detach yourself from the situation. Also at the same time, when somebody says something, try to understand the emotions of the other person as well. કે મને એને આમ શા માટે કર્યું. ઘણી વખતે એવું બને કે આપણે વિચાર કરીએ કે કોઈ દિવસ નહીં ને મને આજે આમ કહી દીધું, એની પાછળના ઘણા બધા કારણો હોઈ શકે. So give them a chance to give them that amount of freedom or independence કે ભાઈ એના પણ અંગત કારણો હોઈ શકે which we may not be aware of, you know. So that's the way it is. Anyway, if you have any questions, I'm open here. Otherwise, yes, please. We don't have really much time because I think ma'am wants us to finish at 3. Yes, please.
So my question to you is, in our day-to-day life, we many times face a situation where if anybody asks us a favor or a thing, and there are two situations for us. Either we don't want to give a favor, or either we can't give a favor for a genuine reason. So I just want to know from you that how to say a no in such a manner that it would be good for him and it would be a genuine answer. So I want to know from you how to say no at such situation.
I think it's a very good question, and we come across such situations very often. Yeah, scooter આપને બે દિવસ માટે બેસ્ટ ફ્રેન્ડ માગે સ્કૂટર નવું જ લીધું છે, પપ્પાએ હમણાં છોડાવી આપ્યું, તમે કોઈને અડવા પણ નથી દેતા અને એ માગે કેમ ના પાડવી, ફ્રેન્ડ છે તમારો. You see, very often you said કાં તો મજબૂરી હોય ના આપી શકતા તો આપવાની ઈચ્છા ન હોય. To him, that doesn't matter. He doesn't care whether it's your majburi or whether it's your wish that you don't want to part with your scooter or whatever. But for you, you must learn how to say no. Because this business of saying no is going to stay with you all through your life. જીવનના ડગલે ને પગલે ક્યારેક ના પાડવી પડશે ક્યાંક ને ક્યાંક, કોઈકને ને કોઈકને. How do we say no? I'm sorry, there is no sweet way of saying it. You can be very polite. I'm very sorry, I would love to give you my scooter, but I'm sorry I can't give you my scooter. That's the way you can say it. You can't have your ice cream and eat it at the same time. You follow me? When you say no to him, I'm sure it's going to hurt his feelings. But if you do it politely, say, I'm sorry, I wouldn't mind, but I think I can't. I'm sorry, I can't give you my scooter. He'll feel hurt, perhaps for a couple of days he may not talk to you, but he'll come around finally, he'll understand, he'll see through the point. But learn how to say no. ઘણી વખતે એવું બને કે આપણી ઈચ્છા ન હોય છતાં અનિચ્છાએ આપણે હા પાડવી પડતી હોય છે. વસ્તુ કોઈ ભાગી જાય આપણી પાસેથી, અથવા એવું કામ આપણને સોંપે કે આપણને કરવું ન ગમતું હોય. What do we do under such circumstances? Let your integrity and your self-respect guide you. Learn how to say no. You may lose a friend,